This Tell No One movie is French mystery thriller. In this movie, Alexander Beck, a respected pediatrician in Paris, lived a peaceful and loving life with his wife Margot until a day at their childhood retreat, Lake Charmaine, changed everything. On that fateful morning, the couple carved M+A into the bark of an old tree, continuing a romantic tradition. But as they relaxed by the dock, Margot urged Alex to reconcile with his estranged sister, and the conversation turned tense. Margot, frustrated by his stubbornness, swam back to shore. Moments later, Alex heard her scream. He dove in, swam frantically, and then everything went black. Someone struck him from behind. He sank into the lake's depths unconscious. 8 years passed. Margot was declared dead. A mutilated body had been discovered shortly after her disappearance, and though facial recognition was inconclusive, her father, a former police chief, had positively identified her. The case closed. A serial killer was blamed. Alex, once suspected, was cleared. But his life never returned to normal. He lived in the shadow of loss, never remarrying, never healing. He devoted himself to medicine, numbly going through the motions. Only his dog and a handful of old friends, like Helene and his sister Anne, remained in his life. Then, just before the anniversary of Margot's death, a strange email arrived. The subject line read M+A, followed by a familiar sequence of slashes, their secret code from childhood. Inside was a link. He couldn't open it at first. That same day, police informed Alex and that 2 bodies had been discovered near Lake Charmaine. A bloodstained baseball bat was found nearby, and the blood matched Alex's rare type, B positive. Suspicion returned. The police demanded a DNA test. When Alex finally accessed the link, what he saw left him breathless: a live webcam feed of a crowded shopping mall. In the frame, a woman who looked exactly like Margot. She stared directly into the camera, fear in her eyes, and quickly disappeared into the crowd. Seconds later, another message arrived, a login and password to a private webmail account, and a warning: tell no one. They're watching. Desperate, Alex sought answers. He visited Margot's father, pressing him about the identification of her body. Was the face really visible? Her father insisted yes, but his irritation gave Alex pause. Meanwhile, the police intensified their investigation. They discovered a safety deposit box under Margot's name. Inside were photos of her with severe bruises. Detective Couch, the lead investigator, accused Alex of abuse and hinted that life insurance might be a motive. But Alex was adamant. He never hurt Margot. He believed the bruises were from a past accident, a claim he soon discovered was false. Margot's best friend, Charlotte, revealed that Margot had faked the accident and asked her to lie. Something deeper was at play. When Charlotte refused to reveal more, she was murdered by a female assassin named Eva and her partner Bernard, both working for Gilbert Newell, a powerful man whose son, Philippe, died the same year Margot vanished. Alex was framed, evidence planted in his apartment. A handgun, gloves, pointed to him. He went on the run, aided by Bruno, a criminal whose son Alex had treated. Together, they traced a lawyer named Pierre Farrell, who had once defended Elio Gonzalez, accused of murdering Philippe Newell. Margot had testified to give Elio an alibi. Elio bragged that they had an affair, but Alex tricked him, threatening legal consequences. Elio confessed the truth. There was no affair, and he hadn't killed Philippe. Margot had protected him out of compassion. Alex finally accessed the hidden webmail. Margot instructed him to meet her at a park near a bandstand at 5 p.m. But as he waited, Bernard's team ambushed him. They tortured Alex, demanding Margot's location. He refused to speak. At the last moment, Bruno and his men stormed in, rescuing Alex in a hail of gunfire. Meanwhile, Helene confronted and about the bruised photos, and broke down and admitted the awful truth. Margot had been physically assaulted by Philippe Newell after confronting him about abuse he committed at a children's foundation. A young boy had confided in Margot, and she confronted Philippe. The altercation turned violent. Margot, fearing for her life, grabbed a shotgun and killed him, and called their father, Margot's father, who arrived and took control. To protect Margot, he staged an elaborate cover-up. He hid Philippe's body, found 2 corpses near the lake, and mutilated one of a dead junkie to resemble Margot. He told Gilbert Newell that Margot was dead and sent her into hiding in Spain, after falsely telling her Alex had died too. When Alex finally confronted his father-in-law, the old man confessed everything. He had tried to shield both his daughter and Alex. Years earlier, Alex's own father had discovered the abuse at the Newell Foundation and filed a complaint. Gilbert silenced him, killing him in a staged hunting accident. That's when Margot's father knew how powerful and dangerous Gilbert truly was. As the police listened in through a wire, Margot's father revealed more. But then he intentionally caused static interference and privately told Alex the ultimate truth. It wasn't he who had killed Philippe. It was Margot. She acted in self-defense. He took the blame, manipulating everyone, including the police, to protect his daughter's life. Gilbert Newell, learning Margot was still alive, had sent Bernard and Eva to kill her and cover up his crimes. The next morning, Alex delivered all the evidence to Detective Couch: Gilbert's involvement in child abuse cover-ups, the murder of Alex's father, the framing of Elio Gonzalez, and the orchestrated attempt to kill Margot. Gilbert was arrested at his estate, his reputation shattered, his empire crumbling. Alex returned to Lake Charmaine. The trees were still, the lake calm. He walked to their tree, the one with their initials. Silence hung in the air. Then footsteps. Margot stepped from the woods. Their eyes met. He dropped to his knees, overwhelmed. After 8 years of lies, death, and survival, the two finally reunited at the place where their love began. And movie concludes.